out of a 13-year-old female. However, I've been having these dreams for years. Now, I'm a lucid dreamer, so some could say it's just my imagination, but I don't think so. I grew up in a big city, but would always go to the coast where some of my family lived for summer vacation. A couple of days before school let out, I had one of these dreams for the first time. My grandpa was in the hospital and he suddenly fell to the floor checking in. I kept hearing this voice in my head saying, "Walk to him, help him up." I listened to this and moved towards my grandpa, who was now slowly rising from his own body. I then woke up to a loud buzzing in my ear. I had this dream a few more times, not thinking much of it as I don't dream very often. In the summer of 2017, I went on my usual vacation. Everything seemed fine the first day. I was hanging out with my cousins and my grandma had her back surgery the next day. However, when I went to bed that night, I had that specific dream, only this time the ending changed. Instead of my grandpa rising from his body, he was screaming and the doctors rushed to him, pushing me out of the way. I then woke up to a loud pounding sound. At first I thought a picture frame had fallen, but when I looked around the room, everything seemed to be in place. I went out into the hallway to look. All of a sudden there was more pounding sounds. I wandered into the kitchen to see if that was where the pounding was coming from, only to meet my two older brothers standing there, whispering amongst themselves. I was pretty startled by them as they caught me by surprise. It was 7 in the morning, and they usually don't wake up until 10. I asked them if they had heard the pounding too. They hadn't. Now that I knew this pounding was only in my head, I told them about my dream. They were confused, but they said something shocking. My parents left to go to the hospital hours prior. It was my grandpa, a code blue. Come to find out, my grandpa had died due to a heart attack waiting for my grandma to get out of surgery. I also had a few more dreams where I predicted my other grandpa dying of cancer, right as he was told he was cancer-free. Recently, I've been having dreams about my parents. 2 dreams specifically. The first one was just of my mom. She was kayaking on a lake that we usually go to on vacation. Her kayak flipped over and she drowned. However, since I moved to the coast last year, my dreams have changed. My parents would always be in the car with my younger sister, and they'd get into a huge 4-car crash with 8 fatalities, 3 of them being my family. I'll save the details for next time. For now, let's hope not all dreams come true.